The beeping never stopped. Machines don't care about dignity. She stood at the foot of my bed like a consultant reviewing a failed investment. White coat smell still clung to me. Disinfectant, metal, loss. She didn't touch my hand. She slid the papers onto my chest instead. "Sign it," she said. "I want a perfect man." I looked down, or tried to. My legs didn't answer. So I signed. The pen shook once. That was it. She smiled. Small, precise. The kind she used when closing deals. "Pay your own hospital bills." Then she left. The door clicked. Final. That was the moment something in me went quiet. Not broken, calculated. We didn't start like this. We started with coffee on balconies and plans sketched on napkins. I built companies. She built narratives. I trusted her with both. She learned my rhythms, my tells. I thought that was love. It was due diligence. When the accident took my legs, it didn't take my mind. It gave me time. Time is lethal when paired with clarity. She visited less. Excuses grew efficient. Her phone never left her palm. She started saying "we" differently, like a placeholder she intended to delete. Pain sharpens memory. I replayed the last year and saw the seams. The late meetings, the new lawyer she called a friend, the sudden interest in my shared structures. I didn't accusations warn people. I observed. The ICU was where she tried to finish. It. Clean. Clinical. She thought weakness was contagious. She was wrong. Recovery taught me patience. Nights were long. So were the records I requested. Accident reports. Corporate bylaws. Trust documents I'd set up years ago for tax efficiency. Retirement trust. Voting rights deferred until incapacity or termination.
No one ever reads the footnotes. I couldn't walk, but I could listen. Nurses talk. Lawyers email. People underestimate men in wheelchairs. They talk around you like furniture. I let them. I hired a forensic accountant through a Shell LLC. He found the transfers. Small at first, then bolder. My wife had been bleeding one of my subsidiaries into a consulting firm owned by her friend. The lawyer. I smiled when I read that. Not because it hurt less, because it hurt cleanly. Betrayal is useful when it's provable. I set traps that looked like mistakes, signed approvals that led to audits, asked innocent questions in board emails. Let her think she was ahead. Let the CEO think he was in control. "You're outdated," he told me in his office weeks later. I was back in a chair, legs useless, spine straight. "We are done here." I replied quietly, "Understood." That was the moment the retirement trust activated its voting rights. By Monday morning, the board convened an emergency meeting. Panic travels faster than truth. Who just fired the person who owns 76% of the shares? My wife learned about it on television. The ticker didn't mention her. That came later. I staged the next moves like a confession written in silence. Evidence packets went out. Regulators love neat folders. So do judges. The consulting firm imploded first. Then the lawyer vanished behind subpoenas. My wife called me for the first time in months. I didn't answer. The confrontation came at the courthouse. Not dramatic. Efficient. She wore black. I wore a suit tailored to a seated man who had learned how to occupy space differently. She tried anger, then tears, then memory. "You're doing this to punish me," she said. "No," I said. "I'm doing this to finish what you started." Her accounts froze. The prenup she'd insisted on, my mistake, my salvation, activated. Morality clauses she'd ignored. Infidelity, financial misconduct, attempted coercion under medical distress. The ICU papers mattered. Timing matters. She lost the house she loved, the lifestyle she curated, the narrative she sold. I lost the illusion that love protects you. Fair trade. People ask if I regret signing the papers that day. I don't. It taught her something important, that I decide when things end. I still hear the beeping sometimes. Machines reminding me that bodies fail. Systems don't, if you design them right. I don't walk. I don't need to. Power doesn't live in legs. It lives in preparation. She wanted a perfect man. I became a permanent one. Cold. Precise. Still breathing.